Hello and welcome to Exposing Human Trafficking. I wanted to address something here. This is going to be a little bit of really deep talk. I see a lot of people on the page, and I know you mean well, trying to say things like, oh, this is for the glory of God, and blah, blah, blah. And no, that this happens to people for a reason. No. Things like this happen because there are bad people that people do nothing about. It has nothing to do with some god lining things up to take care of business. That's sadomasochism. And anybody that would worship someone who would purposely allow someone else to suffer so that they could look good, you might want to reconsider that. As I've stated before, I have a goddess. She's helped me a lot. One of the things that she taught me was, when bad things happen, don't ask why. Because the minute we start asking why, we think that somehow it was something that we did wrong and it's somehow our fault. The only reason this happened was because there are some really bad people, and that's a fact of life. And these bad people have been going on and on, doing things because nobody has stopped them. Because they've run into even worse people that have decided to take money and bribes to let them continue. So that's why this happened. And the reason why I've opened my channel is to bring awareness so that this doesn't continue to happen, so that people know what is really going on. Because most of the time, bad things happen when people do nothing. And many times, people do nothing when they don't know what's going on. So I hope that kind of clarifies it. And if you're really thinking that there's some God out there that is about doing bad things to people or letting bad things happen, there's no glory in that. That's such a sick way of thinking about things, just as sick as what these people do. Because that would mean that God intentionally allowed it to happen. Makes him just as guilty. Now, a lot of you guys have asked me about the goddess. And believe it or not, if you look in your Bible in Genesis 1, you're going to see that when the Elohim created people, Elohim is plural for God. And it says that it created people in their image, male and female. So that means there is a goddess. So that's something for you to go and do some homework about. Go get to the original Hebrew language and find a concordance. They got them online. They're free. You can take a look for yourself. There is divinity out there, and it's good. It's not bad. And it wants us to live happy. This situation has ruined my life. in every sense of the word. I don't enjoy this life. I wish I had had a normal, happy life and not been tortured, because there's no other word for it. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. It is what it is. But this is not exciting. I wish I had never met Brad Pitt. I wish I'd never known who he was. Because he's trash. And the same goes for my stepfather and my stepbrother and my mom that allowed it to happen. I wish these people had never been a part of my life and that I had had normal people bringing me up. And I did not choose this life. Nobody would choose a life like this. Not even the worst masochist. So really think about the things that you say to victims. There is no reason why this happened except for evil people. I won't even call it insanity because these people know very well what they're doing. And I wouldn't call it ignorance in a religion because they know they're doing wrong. I've heard them gloating about it. The biggest disrespect that you can ever give a victim is telling them that God has a plan for you. My goddess does not have any plans for any kind of glory for herself because of this. Her plan was she saw a girl in trouble and she stepped in. That's what a true God or goddess does. Not one who just sits there and watches it, waiting for a moment to exploit it. So I hope this clears things up for you. I know you've been taught the wrong things in religion, but maybe this will give you something to think about and consider so that you'll see things in a very healthy way instead of, in some kind of twisted way that you think you need to be punished or things happen because you should be punished. A 3-year-old little girl who doesn't even know the difference between boys and girls yet has nothing to be punished over, especially with something like this. So thank you very much. Go and really think about it. Subscribe and be very careful about when you comment below. Really think about what you're saying so that you don't offend other victims of human trafficking and other kinds of abuses. Share and subscribe if you already haven't. Thank you.